So for today's adventure, we're going to try and paddle up the river and go all the way around Kailua. I don't know how far it is. Apparently there's a couple of portages I've got to do to kind of connect into different river systems. But it's in that area I was playing in, the surf spot. So first things first, I'm going to surf on in up the river. I'm going to paddle up, I think probably a couple of miles, then see if I can portage across into this other stream system. And then I come out somewhere all the way down the other side of the bay. Apparently it's to me quite a nice paddle through the backcountry and through kind of jungle and marshes and that kind of tropical Hawaiian forest and fauna. Anyway, should be fun. I will check back in later. It's a shame I didn't get to video that bit, but kind of amusing, apart from the fact that I now have no music. I was portaging across this road over these banisters here and lowering my boat into the water on this side over here, where it's now sitting happily. But when I let go on this side, the boat shot across and started heading down the river. So I jumped into the river to go and get the boat, and I forgot that I'd only sealed up my BlackBerry, not my my Zuni player. So now, unfortunately, I don't have any music, but at least my BlackBerry's still working. Anyway, quite amusing. It's actually very, very pretty. This is like one of the first built-up areas I've gone through on the whole trek. Kind of really interesting. Anyway, I better paddle fast now as I've got no music to listen to. So, out on the river. This is definitely the back country. Not a soul to be seen anywhere. Kind of just lush tropical vegetation. A bit like the Everglades, I guess. Pretty nice. Check out the place. Palm trees everywhere. Really, 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 really dense vegetation. Anyway, I'll check back in later. Get some footage of me paddling along here and kind of give you a flavour of what this place is really like. The river's kind of blocked ahead, that's not good. Oh dear. So I can squeeze on by. Definitely getting narrower. Interesting. Through. Oh. Yep. It's narrow, right? I was definitely looking for a jungle adventure, but this is certainly quite jungly. Wow. Uh-oh. Looks like it comes to a dead end. This would not be good. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down here. As you can see, I can't see nothing. Oh, nope, there's a way through. Wow, this is pretty cool. Can't get paddle to push. It's so dense. Just a tiny little hole down there. Okay, I'm going to give up on the paddle, I'm just going to have to pull myself through here. Not sure how much of this is coming out on the camera. lucky. Pretty sure I was going to have to turn around that, which would not have been good. Okay, made it through one part of the jungle. So it was a nice decent paddling section ahead. I'll check back in later on when if I make it through. What a bummer if I have to turn around. It's miles. Just done the final portage. I'm in kind of one of the main channels back to the ocean now, so I'm just gonna paddle up this channel. I'm not quite sure how far it is, but back in civilization. That was quite the adventure through those kind of almost like mangrove swamps, I'd like to say. Very good fun. Weather's starting to perk up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too windy for the paddle back across the bay, so I'm going to be paddling back through the castle surf break, so interesting to see how this enters into the sea. So I've made it all the way around. Just got a really long paddle. I've probably been paddling for like an hour and a half solid just to get around here. Miles and miles away across the bay now, so I think it's going to be quite a huge paddle back. You can actually see the Drake castles now. It looks pretty cool. Just see it going off straight out there ahead of me. Just about to paddle through it and then start paddling back for home. I guess one thing I hadn't figured out was what the pitch castles was going to be to get across. Just a line of rollers as best the freaking eye can see, about 500 yards long. Wow, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to do it actually. This is not good. Inside there's small breaks I could probably paddle through and just take a few hits. Outside there's these monster freaking breaks. Bloody awesome place to come surfing, that's for sure. So many waves. Alright, let's try and get across this thing. Another video-tastic moment. That was so scary, I was actually shaking going across these massive white rollers. The kayak flat hit on myself, a bunch of spectators on the beach wait for me to get slammed by a wave. Made it across the main section, now it's kind of a white beach ahead of me. Feel much better because I've got past this. You can see over there. Very cool. Very exciting. Now a huge, massive paddle back. Looks like it's freaking 10 miles away. Oh well.